Hello guys, and welcome back to Strategic Command World War II, World at War. I am your host, Resoula, and I have made a fuck up. I just recorded an entire episode without hitting start recording. I don't know the last time I've ever done something like that. It's probably been years. So, while it's all still fresh in my mind, because I am not just going to do the whole turn again, I will instead tell you what happened, because if I do the turn again, that means I can, make up for my mistakes, and I don't want to give myself that advantage. So let's call this the recap episode. It's not going to be as long, but it's going to cover everything that brought us to where we are right now. So, we were getting a bunch of research done. Let's start with that. I believe as the Russians, I started command and control. As China, I started logistics. As India, I don't think I did anything. As America, I went ahead and did I actually get anything here? Oh, yes, I did. I got industrial technology. As the UK, I believe I got logistics. Okay, cool. That's all the research we did during that turn. God damn it. I can't believe I didn't hit the fucking button. I could have all of the 30 minutes watch time, but no, we get a recap episode. I'm so sorry. I will hopefully never do this again. The pain will teach me. Now you might be wondering, why is the entire British fleet, look at it, not in the Irish Sea anymore in St. George's Channel? Why the fuck is it right here? What the fuck happened to this destroyer and this one? Well, I started sending destroyers south to guard the more important convoy routes, because this, my friends, is where all the convoys except for Canada come through. So I thought we might get some down there. Then I got a destroyer. It was the Jersey one here, I believe. Yeah. I was sending it south from up here, and then it ran into a sub. And I was like, oh shit. And then we dealt 5 damage, we took 6. So then I took the Javelin from the west and sent it to assist. And then another sub was there. We took 5 damage, we dealt 5. So that was cool. I really didn't want to lose any subs or destroyers. So I sent out all the carriers and put them in bomber mode. And we bombed the shit out of both of the subs. I also still didn't want to lose the destroyers. And I definitely didn't want to lose any fucking carriers. So I sent out a bunch of light and heavy cruisers. I think every single one that the UK directly owns and has in this area. And they formed a buffer because the submarines were right here. So that's why they're up here. Both submarines fled, I believe, southeast and south. So we got away with it. The Formidable didn't actually engage in any bombing, and so it was just here to provide fighter support just in case something happened. One of the submarines, I believe, got down to 2 strength, and the other one was at 3. Sadly, no kills, but I think we had some nice even trades with our complete lack of ASW capability at this point in the war. We did some upgrades, we did some reinforcement on some submarines, or no, destroyers, not submarines. There's all of a sudden a destroyer here. This has kind of just come out of nowhere. I don't know why it's here, but it's here. Also, while we're here, I might as well explain this. So, we don't own the port of Brest. That still belongs to the Axis, but a partisan unit showed up. As I just press P, you can now see where 2 French partisans can spawn. Paris and Brest. These are the only 2 that can spawn. The only other ones are ones that would damage the industry in the area. Same thing as what happened in The Hague. The place where I believe Narfi lives. This just hurts things. But these 2 can spawn units. And because I'm going to blame the fact that this is owned by Italy and not Germany. I don't think Germany's really fortifying Paris and France because Italy owns it. So we actually just got this partisan to just pop up, and it really took me by surprise. It also did not claim the port. I believe partisans might just not claim ports. I believe that would be because it would be overpowered if they did. This is a guess. I don't know. If I leave, if I step out and come back, that could claim the port. I might end up testing that before I do the next turn. Who the hell knows? But that is how this happened. We went ahead and I formed a little formation with 3 carriers. a battleship and destroyer just off the coast of Hawaii, pretty much as close as I can feasibly get them, even though we'll probably have to send them back at some point. I just figured I'd do it. We did some upgrading. We got all the planes and stuff upgraded to what they could be upgraded, and we just otherwise did the research that I showed you that we did. France, still nothing happening. India, we went ahead and we sailed the BAI army over here to the Gulf of Aden. We put it in port because it couldn't reach anywhere. We did see success with the South African corps here in pushing the garrison out from Mogadishu. They did not move back, meaning they probably reinforced, but that's good because that means we can take the port. If we take the port, we can land the BAI army. So the Italians just would not theoretically be able to deal with that, and then we have a very good situation for pushing up further into Ethiopia, kicking them out, and yeah. We did attack with the Sudan Defense Corps. We got like 2 kills. We lost nothing. The infantry weapons made a gigantic difference. Huge fucking difference. But we, of course, did not do enough damage, and they just reinforced it. Also, I learned that there is more victory conditions than just like stalemate and decisive victory. There's a minor and major as well. So I did think to go ahead here and go into advanced and turn off the disable game end, because I don't know, it just might be more interesting that way. It might be less tedious towards the end and boring. Looking at Libya, what we ended up doing was I sent the tanks around the town here of El Agilia. I sent the recon to right about here, and we just completely surrounded it, and then we attacked it, and then we destroyed it with the assistance of the bombers and everything. The enemy here was destroyed. We moved in the special forces and scouted ahead with the recon into Sirte here to help our supplies, number 1, and check for Rommel. And it's March 28th and there's still no Rommel. I'm confused because I thought Rommel showed up here in February. Judging by the fact that he's not here, either I'm wrong, or he is here in the fog of war, or the Germans just chose not to send him, which if they chose not to send him, that means Rommel is actually somewhere in Germany and is going to help demolish Yugoslavia, is gonna help make Operation Barbarossa so much more painful, and probably destroy Greece. I went ahead and I deployed the 2nd Corps to Greece at the beginning of this turn because the Italians are, instead of moving to Albania, I don't know if the AI just sensed that I didn't fortify the Metaxas line here. So here we have a bunch of Italians, a tank, an army, and a corps that just showed up here all at once in front of the Metaxas line. I'm dearly afraid that they're just going to pummel the 2nd Corps out of existence here, but I'll deal with that when we actually get to doing this turn. Nothing eventful happened. I believe there's one more corps that will be delivered, but nothing eventful happened. The Italians still haven't moved out of Albania. They haven't taken the weak part here. They were just specifically looking to get around the Metaxas line while I had nobody sitting there. Smart of them. However, I now have someone sitting there. Smart of me. Maybe a little too late. There's tanks here. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. That really kind of scared me when it happened. I didn't know they could even attack through Bulgaria. I thought they'd have to go through their own territory because Bulgaria is, like, Germany's not at war. So why would they be able to? So I don't know. But I guess that's how that works. I'm thinking SRU rules, and these are not SRU rules. I just hit my glasses. That was fun. If I sound distressed while recording this, by the way, it's because I am. I just recorded a whole fucking episode, and now it's gone. I'm so sad. Whenever I do that, I actually start tearing up. Oh my god. We got the Annapolis destroyer for Canada. This is part of the destroyer for bases. I believe there's only 1 destroyer left to be delivered from the destroyer for bases agreements, so that's cool. Otherwise, for India, we went and upgraded the heavy artillery rather than just shipping it out in its current state. We went and upgraded it, so it now has an upgrade. That's cool. We went ahead and in China, we attacked at Haikou with the corps because I was very confused. I couldn't get the artillery to attack and I couldn't figure out why. I was very confused, and I'm very desperate to get Haikou under my controller. At the very least, like, just make the fucking corps retreat. I don't even have to kill him. Just retreat, for fuck's sake. 1 Hex, I just need to take Haiko. That's it. That's all I want. That's all I need. I have 3 shells. I'm so excited to try to make it happen this turn, because I think we're running out of time before this would all just get annexed. I don't care if they declare war on it. Just so long as they don't annex it. Please, God. Please. I'm so distressed right now. We went ahead, we destroyed the Japanese core that was over here southwest of Fuchao that we had previously surrounded. Otherwise, we got some upgrades on some units. We got some elite reinforcements on some units. And we kind of opened up the pathway leading to Hangzhou. Don't know what they have back here. I haven't done any recon on that yet. The core that was pushed back here previously has reinforced and gotten back up to strength. We'll probably upgrade that later. The Japanese did attempt to just attack our fortifications like idiots now. Much better than having to spend almost the entire Hanoi-Kunming Railway income on reinforcing a core. I'm kind of glad it got out of there. I was just afraid the Japanese would chase it. We did move a core that was somewhere down here. I think previously right here, honestly. I don't remember. No, it was probably north. I don't remember where it came from. But we put a core here to defend Chengcha. We moved the anti-air forward with these units because we're starting to get around them, so that's becoming less problematic as a whole. We are running into problems with actually breaking through. We did attack, but they just keep reinforcing everything that we attack because only armies and special forces deal enough attack to break through the 17th Army, so they're really digging their feet in here. Other than that, we moved the HQ forward to this road to hopefully generate supply better for us. We upgraded the unit that was at Tsingtao. We could not get it fully reinforced last turn, so that was a problem. I don't think they actually attacked us up here in the north, and they also didn't reinforce this unit, which has me very confused. I moved a core up here to entrench a little bit on the other side of this river next to Peking, because I chose to play it defensively up here rather than offensively, so I could dedicate all the armies that were here instead of the cores heading south. The engineers are still building fortifications here in the meanwhile. We didn't do anything else crazy in China, and I don't remember if this was from this past turn or what have you, but there are engineers here making fortifications facing west. I kind of just swapped them out. I don't remember what turn that was from, but I believe that pretty much covers everything. Oh, I went ahead and I upgraded the WDF army. I took all episode, like an hour, pondering over whether I should do this. I upgraded them with mobility because I determined we would want the mobility here to counter Rommel, or at the very least just to conquer this faster, and pondered over what to do if Rommel didn't show up, which it's starting to look more and more like he's not showing up, right? I don't want to call him a coward, because then he will show up and kick my ass, because my front line is very poor supply, very poor everything. But supply here was improving, especially with the HQ forward deployed now. We just have to move the HQ up to this town to really start to see a lot of improvements here to everything. I don't know what's going to happen here, but if we do somehow make it to Tripoli without seeing Rommel, because let's say they kept him in Europe, then cool. I will be able to deploy all these, maybe, to just go to Greece. All of it, you know, quote unquote. I don't know if Greece will survive that long, but we're going to try to help them do it. And I believe that's it. That's 100% of everything that I did last turn, summarized, because I fucked the fuck up. I hate it. Shit, goddamn, that will hopefully stop me from ever making that mistake again. It's been years, and hopefully it will be many more years before that happens. I'll take on this turn in the next episode, you know, everything aside from what I've already done, such as deploying this core. I hope there's at least some entertainment value in this episode for you guys from my mistake. I hope this changed things up. I hope you got something out of this, I guess. For now, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Right? Right. I can hit stop recording. I recorded this episode. That's good. That's great. Ah.